to add the Kingfisher library, we would actually use Swift package manager. So that could be configured from here, but first of all, let's just search Kingfisher Swift library. And I think the very first link is this itself. When we get Kingfisher, we can go here, we can copy the GitHub link, and then we can go here, we can do add package dependencies, we can paste our dependency here, it states it's Kingfisher, we can select up to next major version, that is fine. Let's do add package. It will just quickly fetch the package, so let's just wait till it fetches, and then there would be few things that we would need to configure. Basically, we would have to remove async image wherever it is being used with Kingfisher, and fortunately it has the similar kind of structure as per the async image. So this is there, the package is there. Let's just go to the main app file, so it should be inside core, and inside here on the navigation stack, basically what we can do is that we can add an on appear, and we'll call this function. So let's just import Kingfisher here, this is there. Now what we can do is we can write image cache. So image cache is actually the Kingfisher library, and Kingfisher has this auto cache thing going on with it. So what we are doing is that we are setting up some limit to the cache it can store. So we don't really want the app size to increase just because it's storing the cache every time we have some sort of a new photo uploaded to the app. So that is what we did. We have added a limit of 1, and I think it means from 1 this counts up the value of cache cost. If adding this object causes the cache total cost to rise above the total cost limit, the cache may automatically evict objects. So this is fine. I believe that this one value, I saw it from Stack Overflow, and I think it's suited. I mean, it's recommended. So that is what we are going for here. Now let's go to the sub views. Let's go inside here. We'll import, let's import Kingfisher here as well. This is there. Now what we can do is that we can make few changes. So rather than just passing in the hero image, we could do something like a hero image URL, or maybe let me just see like what is the current functionality for our post view cell. So basically it should have the async image somewhere, I believe. So yeah, this is there. Now we can see that there is the font capsule. Okay, let's just search async image, and I cannot see it anywhere. Now, this is weird. I thought that our post view cell first page had some sort of a. Okay, so this is directly taking in an image right now, which is we don't need. So we can do image URL, and this would be of the type URL. That is fine. What we would do now is that we no longer have this, so we can add a kf image, and this would take in a URL which would be the image URL. This is fine. Then we can have some sort of a placeholder here, and the placeholder would have we can remove this, we don't really need this. We can have a progress view basically. So the progress view is this. Then we can give it some frames, so the width would be like 72 pixels and the height would be like 72 pixels. Then we can have some corner radius of like 2, and then we can have some background which would be color with UI color dot game green. So this seems fine to me. Now what we can do is that we can add the resizable property here, and then we can add the aspect ratio which would be content mode fill. Then we can have frame again, and this frame would be the same as this frame. So let's just copy paste this thing here. Then we can have some corner radius again 2, and finally we would add some padding, and we no longer require this hero image, so we can just remove it. So this is there. And I think mini caption remains the same. I don't think so we need to make any changes. Font is there, frame is there, fixed size would obviously be like this. So yeah, this is fine. Now let's just go inside our post view cell, and here we are actually using it at multiple places. So this is where we need to make some changes. Basically, if we just go inside the hero image URL, and here it is saying that if hero image URL is URL post dot image URL, we would open a async image, but no, we don't need it anymore. So we can have a kf image, basically kf image, and kf image will take in the hero image URL. And similarly, like we did for our previous thing, basically we need to add a placeholder. We can open this up like this. Let's just remove the async image for now because it's causing us issues, and we don't have kingfisher exported. So this is there. Placeholder, we would have a progress view. So let's quickly add the progress view, and the progress view would have a frame basically, and the frame would be width 200 and height 200. This is fine. Then we can have some clip shape, and the clip shape would be of a rounded rectangle with a corner radius which we would give 10. This is fine. Then we can have some background. The background would have a color with UI color, and this should be game green. So this is there, looks fine to me. Let's do load disk file synchronously, which means sets whether disk storage loading should be occur in the same calling queue. I think this is optimal for loading images, so that is what I'm doing. Fade duration, let's set it to 0.25, so it gives us some animation while it's being loaded. And then it has an aspect ratio, which would again be fill, not fit but fill. So this is there. What else do we need? We need another frame basically, and this frame would again have width. We can just copy this thing out. So that was for placeholder, and this is for our first page of our clip view cell. So post first page view, I mean. And then we have a rounded rectangle with a corner radius of 10 pixels. So this is there, and we have just configured our first image, which is the hero image. What we can do now is that we have this thing, and instead of this we can have our post first page view, and there we can have post dot place name. In the budget we can have post dot budget. In the mini caption we can have post dot best cafe caption, and in the image URL we can just pass in the hero image URL. So this is fine. We can cut this out and paste this one here, and thus we have our two main images basically, the first page and then the second, which shows the standalone view. So this looks all fine to me. Let's just quickly go over this. Okay, this seems fine. What next to do? I mean, we don't need to change anything with this vertical stack, which has the place name and everything. Then I think this is the budget one. Then we have the rating section, which is again not required to be changed, but then we have the best cafe URL and everything. So let's just fold it out to make it easier for us. So I'll just fold this one out as well. What we can do is that we can copy paste this entire thing. We can go inside here, and instead of async image we can remove this and add our kf image, and this time it would have a best cafe image URL. So this is there. Let's just copy this entire thing again, and let's just remove the asynchronous image thing. Let's paste it here. Best day image, let's pass it here. This is there. So now this looks fine to me. So we have it, best stay image URL is also done. Then we have the must carry thing section. This all looks fine to me. This was already added, so this seems fine. Let's just go inside user profile view. So user profile view would need a bit of a change. Basically, profile image is there, and inside of here, instead of all this, we can add not this. Let's just go up and add an import which would be Kingfisher. So once this is added, we could just check kf image. Kf image will take in a URL which would be profile image URL. Yeah, that seems fine. And what else do we need to do? We are checking the image URL. We are passing the profile image URL. This seems fine to me. Then we can add a placeholder. Basically, the placeholder again would have some frame or everything, so you can just cut this thing out, paste it here, remove this here. So we have a progress, frame, clip shape and background. This seems fine to me. Now we can add again that load disks file synchronously. Then we can add a fade with duration of 0.25 seconds. Then we can have resizable property added. Then we can have some aspect ratio dot fill. Then we can have a frame which would be with 90, height 90 right here. And then we can have clip shape, that would be circle basically. So yeah, this is there. And we did had an else condition, so let's just check if the else condition, so the else condition would actually remain the same. So this is there, and I don't think so do we have any async image property anywhere left. Okay, this is there. What we can do is that we can copy paste this entire thing, go here, and let's just check what is going on here. We can just add it here. We can make the import to Kingfisher. So that is their profile image URL needs to be like this. So 90 and everything seems fine. So we can remove our async image from here. Not this. And what else? So we have the kf image here, we have the general user profile view. So let's just copy this thing out. Let's go inside a general user profile view. Again, I think it has the same functionality, so we can just do this. We can add import Kingfisher, so this is fine. Now what we can do is that we can remove the async image from here as well. So I don't think so we no longer have async image anywhere else. Let's just try running an app and see that if it has made some difference or not. So let's just see to it. And in the next few videos, we are actually going to do some major improvements before moving ahead. So basically right now we are checking for all API calls via print statements. That doesn't seem very fine to me. So what I was thinking is that we can have custom alert boxes, and for that we are going to use UIKit, so it would be a good learning experience for you guys as well. So actually UIKit is still very relevant in a lot of places, code bases, so it would be good if you have some knowledge around it. In case you already do, that's really good. So we are just making a custom alert box basically. So I feel like the post actually fetched quite fast. Let's just, okay, this seems fine to me. I feel like it's fetching the post actually faster than async image, and that is what I needed. Oh, so basically let's just keep on fetching. These images are big as well. These are like 5-6 MB images, so this takes some sort of a time. Some of them maybe 10 or 20 MB, I don't know about that. Let's just go to the explore page. It's loading. Okay, so it loaded fast. And the thing is that it reuses it, so that's the best thing. If it's stored in cache, it does not actually go about using that again, so that is the best thing, you see. So it loads quite fast, and then we have another API call being made. So basically this is all stored in the cache memory, so no longer reloading whenever you are scrolling again and again. So this was one of the things. See your followers, I guess we must be having, yep. So you see how fast it loads everything up. So this is very useful. We have the images stored up, and here it is loading. So I feel like it's way better than having, you know, the, I feel like it's not showing the caption. It was supposed to show the caption, right? So this seems a bit off. We could just check it out once. I mean, I thought that it should show the caption, but I don't think so. It is showing it anymore, which seems weird. So yeah, it should have the caption. So let's just go to our not this Command Shift O, post, view cell, and here inside this, basically I think we would need a Z stack, and the Z stack would be having the KF image obviously, but then after that it would have a text which would be post dot best stay caption, and this would be font dot custom fonts dot bold, and size would be like 10 pixels, let's say, and let's give it a foreground color of like white. So this is there. I think we need something similar inside our cafe also, so let's do that. Let's add Z stack, open this up, add a spacer here. Let's do this again. This would have best cafe caption, so this is there. Let's copy this entire thing again. Let's go up. We do have this ready, so let's have a Z stack, open this up, add it here. We don't need this anymore. We can cut this out, we can paste it here. We can say uh, place name, so this is there. Now if we run the app, we should see these captions on top of the image, which is what we intended to do at the very first stage. So let's just check for it, and hopefully it builds fine. The app built quite fast, the image loading is perfectly fine. Now it's using the caching mechanism, so it's even faster. So this is the best part about using and you can see the caption also. It's really pretty, like this small. It seems fine to me, so this is cool. We still have pending the home feed view, but then again we need to make the alert thing changes, so that is required. So we'll just shortly make those changes. We will add a custom alert view controller, then we would add all kinds of alerts that we can have, all the alert messages. So that is what we are going to take up in the next video. So I hope to see you in the next video, and again, if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask about it. Thank you for watching this, and I hope you are having fun with this course. Bye.